Hello everyone and welcome back to Yosemite Valley. It is already the next episode. You can see I have been on a charge here. I've been very busy in this project, and today we are going to look at the habitat for the Curviers Caiman, or Dwarf Caiman, we should say. I don't know why I struggle to pronounce that thing so much, but yeah. We are going to look at a very interesting habitat design today. I have actually been testing a lot if this is possible, and I can gladly say, before you see what we are going to do today, yes, it is possible. We are going to build a habitat that is divided into two parts, and there's only a little tunnel actually connecting those two parts of the habitat. And the fun thing about this is the tunnel is actually the viewing gallery for the guests. So the guest will have a upper layer and a lower layer, and there's a kind of a little cave where the guest can go in, and this cave is basically located inside the tunnel where they swim from the left to the right hand side of their habitat. And the back side of the habitat is more or less like a little private area. And yeah, we are starting with the general design of the habitat. It's not like that big because the animal is rather small. I mean, it's a dwarf, you know, it's a small animal, and it doesn't really need that much space, and so I was like starting with this water volume over here. And the major design flaw I can already tell you, because most of the stuff I did is cut out later on. The major design flaw is, at this point in time, Frontier seems to have a bug that animals can swim through any kind of item at a certain point. I don't know why exactly. For me it worked pretty well the first couple days, but then all of a sudden it stopped working. And as of now, animals always swim through a barrier. As soon as there is a other or like a different water volume anywhere close to proximity of the animal, they will swim there, no matter what is in their way. And so my design flaw over here, which I corrected later on, is that this was a full water tank, and I built like a little gap in the middle. As you will see like in a little bit, I'm putting down these pink boxes just to give me an idea what I want to build. And you can see this, these two sides should actually be the swimmable area for them, and then in the middle between those two pink boxes I wanted to make the tunnel. Now the problem is I made this like a full water bottle over here, like a full volume, and I should have just spared out the middle with some actual barriers, so that there is actually no water in the middle. You will see in the real-time part at the end that I did it exactly this way. So in fact I made a U shape rather than this full tank, as you can see over here, which I guess was the better design decision at the end of the day. But I couldn't know prior to this. It was kind of testing on the go, so to say. And yeah, so this is then giving the tunnel actually a shape, and you might be already surprised how thin this is. Yeah, it's not going to stay that thin. It's just not, yeah, you know, it's, I tried, you know. I was confident it would work, but at the end, it doesn't. So I think I managed to have it like 2 meters of total size in terms of diameter, and which is pretty nice, I guess. 2 meters is still very decent. So yeah, it's been really a hell of a ride building these kind of stuff in the last couple of days. And I have to say that I built so many viewing galleries right now that I definitely want to do something else in the next couple of days. I have some ideas what else to do with the aquatic stuff, but yeah, I have to do some further testing. I'm still very mad at myself of not having leveraged everything, because I think there's some more potential of going crazy and going creative. So I'm still opting for making something really cool, but it hasn't worked out yet. Let's put it that way. There's a little bit of testing involved, and you know, I'm always when I've got a spare minute, I'm testing in a dedicated park. There are some cool things you can do with it, but yeah, I'm just trying at the moment how to pull that off. But yeah, as of now, this habitat over here is located next to our big crocodile habitat, which is in between the aquatic house and the wolf habitat. And this is actually kind of cool, because we are now finishing off the semi-aquatic area, which leads into the aquatic house, and on the other hand side leads into the wolf and bear habitat. So we, for whatever reason, or I don't even know how I managed to do this, but I can tell you that at the end of the day, the still open spaces were dedicated for actual aquatic animals, and we managed to do this. We do have the crocodile, we do have the caiman now, and we also have the seal together in this area. And if you listened carefully, you know that the otter is missing. I am, at this point in time, not sure where the otter goes. This is the only animal I haven't done in here, even though you see it right now in this habitat. This was me doing some extensive testing. You can see there are some walls in the water which I was just deleting and putting an actual barrier in. But yeah, this barrier over here in this design doesn't work either, because I thought, okay, you know, if normal scenery pieces do not do the trick, then at least hopefully the actual barrier will, but no, just no. So I tried, but yeah, just to come back to the topic of the otters, I have no idea. If you guys have an idea where to put it in Yosemite, please let me know. I mean, the fact that we need them is inevitable, but I have no clue where. So yeah, I was already thinking if I put them, you know, at the upper layer, just close to the entrance. But then again, I don't know why, because this would make no sense in terms of the entire overall zoo design. I was already thinking to maybe put it in the back side of this area here and just kind of make sure that the staff area is a little bit relocated. I don't know. I don't know. There are some potential things I can do. I could also like scrap away a little bit of the, you know, mountain, make the mountain a little bit smaller and buy myself, so to say, a little bit more space, which I think I don't want to do because I'm pretty happy with the space of the zoo anyway. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you guys have an idea. You can later on check with me together in the real-time part what you think, where it could go and where not, because I think it's the way it is right now. There is not that much space more left where we could put it, to be honest. I just generally don't think there is that much space left in this entire project, which is kind of crazy to say. Like the only space I see at this point, which makes total sense, but I didn't want to do, is the beaver habitat area, which is located on the opposite side of the river, just next to the Australian/African area, which again doesn't really make that much sense because if we, you know, continue the story over here, I mean, except the seal, which is located in the middle here, it still is somewhat close to the South American area, which makes total sense because that's where you would find animals like the caiman and, of course, the otter. So in like a bit more tropical waters. So this is why it would, like, you know, from storytelling perspective, make a lot of sense to have it here. But yeah, space-wise, I'm not sure where I could squeeze it in. I really do not know. Maybe we have to integrate that with the wolf habitat a bit better. I don't know. I just, yeah. The thing is, there's so much to do now. This DLC just made me go crazy with it. And at the same time, we are also working, obviously, on the dome, which the next episode of the dome will follow maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. I guess maybe tomorrow makes sense. There are some episodes planned on this wonderful dome project, so don't you worry about this. It's gonna be crazy. And yeah, so just a lot of things that are going on, and it's just like very crazy to think about the fact that all of this is just kind of happening at the moment at the same time, because like there's so much other stuff I would love to do. I've also kind of a few flight sim videos prepared for you guys, and I wanted to go back also to City Skylines all the time, but you know, yeah, the DLC hit and I'm just like 24/7. It feels like I am in Yosemite. But good news is I have a few days of holidays before my wife has. The reason why I'm saying that is because usually when my wife and I have together holidays, obviously I'm not spending the whole day on the computer. So it basically is not really a change of available time for me to play and build. But then now we have actually done a lot of stuff already for Christmas, so we don't need to really prepare that much more, because Christmas for us, unfortunately, is basically non-existing this year, since Germany is experiencing a crazy, well, shit time at the moment with the virus. We basically decided to not do Christmas whatsoever. Maybe on Christmas Eve we are going to at least go to our parents, but that's about it. We don't see anyone else. So this way, there's not that much to prepare for us, and hence I will have a bit more spare time, and maybe, who knows, I'm preparing a movie habitat. I'm just not sure if it's gonna be released, and so therefore I won't do any promises. Also, there is the secret project, which I can finally reveal. I just was hoping and waiting for a bit more traffic, so to say, just to make sure it's positioned correctly. And this is also going to happen the following weekend, not this weekend, but the following weekend. So I'm really looking forward to this as well. So yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff is planned. But you can see now the area is shaping up now. It's kind of crazy to see how my builds always seem to be very crampy and crappy for like, I don't know, 3/4 of the entire video. But then again, at the end, it starts to shape up. And it's funny because I always have this kind of style in my head, but I need to get the basics right. And as soon as I've got the foundation, I can really start to stack things up together and make it look the way that it was already looking in my mind. And I'm very thankful for having this way of working, I guess, because sometimes I tend to build too quickly into what I want it to look like, and then I figure a lot of base issues being so dramatically problematic that I have to redo my design. And I think it was about Mike. I think it's working together with Mike taught me to think about stuff a little bit more before I really go into designing everything. Not that I haven't thought about it in the past, but I was like a little bit too quick already in doing the design rather than testing it a little bit more. And then while testing, you find a few flaws and then you can basically erase those flaws already before you go too deep into design. And this is what I have done in the last couple of things I made, and it really pays off, to be honest. It just pays off at the end because you don't have to fix that many things. And this is why I went through these couple of iterations of this habitat design. And yeah, I will show it to you in the end in a few minutes or few seconds. Oh, well, it's minutes in the real-time part. It's looking very good. Like, I am a big fan of this habitat, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it's really cool. It turned out beautifully. It turned out also nice in terms of spacious feeling because it's not looking too big, which I was very much, looking into, because I think with these animals, you have a tendency to make the habitats way too big. Because, I don't know, you just want to give them some swimming area, and then you want to give them some normal area and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden you have like a gigantic habitat that could also work for like a normal crocodile, which is not the idea. So, and this is why I kept it fairly small. And now I also pushed a lot of foliage in here to make it really overgrown, because that's what I figured would be quite more realistic. And then just put some sea lilies in and stuff like that. And here we are. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed the time lapse so far, and we see each other in a couple of seconds in the real-time part. Now stick with me, let's enjoy this together in real, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I see you after the cut. Alright, so this is the area from above. Also, don't mind me, but the performance right now is, especially in here, pretty good. I don't know why, but I'm not gonna complain. And this is what I meant with this area, guys. So we only have like this little bit of space left, and of course there is on this side also like a little bit left, because that's not part of the wolf habitat. So in case making the river otter, I could potentially try to turn this entire area into the river otter, or like not river otter, but like a giant otter habitat, just making that like right next to it. This could be cool. Or of course we still have the beaver habitat area, which is meant to be this one, and this could actually become like the real river otter, or like giant otter. I don't know even why I say river otter all the time. This could be the giant otter area. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. And now let's have a look if, yeah, there are animals escaping all the time. I have no idea where. I will care about this later. Okay, so there's one boy or girl swimming down here. So let me just hit pause. Oh my god, this looks so ace. This animal looks really, really cool. Huh. That looks so cool with all this stuff. Can I get like a half view? Yeah, well, if it's above water, it's just very reflective. But okay, I don't mind this. So let's have a look if it really takes this swim down here. That would be cool. Because there are like quite a few things that it could discover on the other side. Let's just speed up and see if... no, it's going to idle there again, right? Yeah. That's a pity. Can we just, actually, if you want to idle there, you know what we do? We just put you over to the other side, and we see what you will do if I put you there. Because I want to see what you're doing. So, come over, go here. So I just want to show you that they can move there. This would be a pity if not. I mean, I put all the enrichment items over, and they still seem to just sit over here. Okay, it's just sitting in the bubbles, enjoying the bubbles. Where are you going? To the blood smell? There's like the sprinkler. Maybe they just need to understand that there is something for them once and forever. Come on, John, do something. Do something. Okay, I waited for a few minutes, and I think maybe we are lucky now to spot it doing some cool stuff now. You can see there is the animal coming, but please don't fail me here. It's gonna fail me, right? Yeah, it's gonna fail me. I waited actually for a few moments, but yeah. No, it just decides to not do it. It just decides to fool me. Or can you just go into the water again and do this? It looks fantastic, by the way, but I would have loved to see it swimming through. It did it so often in my testing, and now they're just ignoring me. You just have to believe me, okay, that they do that they do it. I will try to find a screenshot and then show it to you, because otherwise I have no idea how to make them use it right now. They're just like ignoring me right now. I don't know why. Maybe we have to get, you know, this would come back if there's food coming, but at this point they seem not to be hungry. So there's another one. Okay, one last attempt. One last attempt. We're just waiting for this last one. I'm pretty sure it's, but we're just waiting for it. Oh wait, the direction is good. Oh no, it stopped. These animals. Oh wait. There is something going on. I really hope that we are now witnessing finally one of these little guys swimming through this tunnel. I think maybe I tested this now for like half an hour. But yeah, it seems not to work, and I don't know why, because as I've tested this habitat a lot of times and it all worked, but now they just chill here and don't do anything. I do have a screenshot though of one diving through here. In case that helps, I'm gonna implement that. But I think better off I would be making that workable and then show you in the next episode, because I hope that next week my computer is fully there, my new one. Actually, the parts just arrived, and I really hope that there's everything in, and next week we can have the new computer, and then this is all a lot more smooth and I can really take care of that. But anyhow, for now that shall be it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday ahead, and I really hope that you guys stay safe, everyone, because it's very important at this time, and have a lovely 3rd of event tomorrow. And yeah, that's all I can say. Have a good time and goodbye, everyone.